Good morning, Ravens. Today is Thursday, January 30th. Welcome to another episode of Atherton On Air. I'm Nate Solello.
And I'm Moth Walters.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance or observe a moment of quiet reflection.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks. Here's what's trending.
In honor of Black History Month, the Black Student Union will be meeting every week in February. There will be a special meeting today from 2:30 to 3:30 in Mr. Tucker's room. Former Kentucky State Representative Attica Scott will be there. All are welcome and encouraged to attend.
There is also an interest meeting for the boys lacrosse after school today in the orchestra room at 6 p.m. This is a meeting for both current players and those interested in potentially joining. Please attend if interested.
Join the Middlebury BLT and Next Gen Youth Advisory Board Saturday for a virtual writing conference. Scan the QR code for the Zoom link. All are welcome, including teachers and parents.
If you love to read, please come to the February 5th meeting of the Atherton Book Club. They will be meeting the first of Wednesday in February to choose our book of the month. We will be meeting again on the last Wednesday in February for a discussion. Meetings take place after school in Miss MacArthur's room, room 128. World Fest is February 28th. Please make sure to complete your presentation proposals by February 7th.
Our wrestling team had a strong performance in their tournament last Saturday. Let's hear about how their season has gone so far and how senior standout Cole Sandifer has been performing.
My season's been going pretty good. I'm 19-9 right now, and it's been going really great. I'm excited that it's my senior year, and I'm just ready to give it my all. Throughout my wrestling career, I have to say my favorite moment was going to state junior year, because it was at the Kentucky Horse Park, and it was like this giant, it's where they have like the show horses in indoor arena, but they covered up the dirt, and there was like 8 mats, and it was just this giant, it was a giant, like super cool, everybody was wrestling. I went there with a senior at the time, Luke, and it was just a really fun experience. This season, I'm excited. I want to go to state, really. That's like my main goal for senior year. And I hope to place at state. I'd have to say the main thing that drives me, whenever I get out on the mat, I always have to like sort of tell myself that, the person across from me is a human just like me. And it's, you got to think about all the work that you put in, and you don't know how much work the other person put in, but you just have to be confident that you've worked harder than them. And when you go out there and you wrestle that person, you just got to give it your all and, never stop wrestling.
Congrats.
Our archery team has also been performing very well. They placed 3rd last Saturday at a tournament at Seneca, where Tyler Glass won the individual high school boys division with a 285, and Anna Fouts won the individual high school girls division with an impressive 289. Glass finished 4th overall, and Connor Higgins finished 5th. Congrats to our Ravens archers.
Atherton has an outstanding showing in the first leg of the Governor's Cup last Saturday. Quick Recall came in 2nd and will advance to the regionals. Several students also placed in individual subject competitions and will go to the regionals as well.
The JV Quick Recall team also had a fantastic result in their competition against all JCPS schools. They brought home medals in almost all of the individual competitions. Congrats, Quick Recall.
Sarah Lujan drew a New Year's card for a national contest sponsored by the American Association of Teachers of Japanese and won 2nd place in the comical division. Congrats, Sarah.
There certainly is a lot of talent here at Atherton. Let's hear a bit more about each of the individual pathways in the everyday lives of these extraordinary students.
I chose the media arts pathway because I've always had an interest in cameras and working with camera gear, equipment, and creating films, just working with photography, cinematography, all those sorts of things. What I like about the media arts pathway is that we get a lot of freedom with creativity. We just get like a prompt, and then we can go on our own, explore and do what we interpret with the prompt and just take pictures. I plan on using what I've learned into my career in the future, depending what I go into, which I'm not sure yet, but probably something with filmmaking, using cameras, and probably editing as well.
I chose the engineering pathway because, well, 1, I always wanted to build an Iron Man armor, well, because Iron Man's my favorite superhero, and 2, I always kind of wanted to also build a giant mech suit because of Pacific Rim, Voltron, and all other stuff like that. I feel like the one thing I like about the engineering pathway is how hands-on it is. That's like the main thing that I like to do, is just anything pretty much hands-on. So like if it's building or like constructing something or like making something, that's just my cup of tea, that's my forte. Either something with robotics, electric engineering, or mechanical engineering, something along the lines of that.
Because I've always like enjoyed like medical shows and stuff, and it's just something that's like always really brought me interest. And then whenever freshman year, whenever we did like the touring of the different pathways, I just thought this was the best one to suit me. I like how it's really hands-on. Like I like how we do the different check-offs, so like we can, you know, make sure we have the skill. And then I like how we can also like get our certifications, like how I have my CPR certification. I'm gonna go to college and I want to become a nurse practitioner in pediatrics.
Thanks.
Let's wish a happy birthday to Alicia Jacks, Nelson Bobbitt, Jimena Cordova, India Barker, Riley Graves, and Ambria McGowan.
That's all for today's episode of Atherton on Air. I'm Moth Walters.
And I'm Nate Solello. Rock on!